Why do you think you've always loved McDonald's as a kid? Or why do you always go to that same Starbucks before work? Why get the new iPhone when you could just get something else for half the price? That is branding. And those brands have a way of connecting with us. They just give that feeling of comfort and it feels like they just get us. Because branding is way more than your logo, your catchy slogan, or those like catchy images. Branding is an experience. It's that feeling of being understood. So in this video, I'm gonna break down the key principles to help you create an unforgettable and unique brand. First, let's talk about the essence of a successful brand. Every successful brand has mastered these four things, and they are vision, values, voice, and visuals. Your brand's vision is all about your mission for the future, your purpose, the why behind all of it. Why do you want to help people with that particular solution? How do you want to impact the world? What is your vision for the future? Where are you currently at? And where do you want to be in 5 years, 10 years, 50 years from now? The more you can think long term, the more successful you're going to be. So if you want to build a successful brand, make sure you define your vision for the company. Don't let money define your vision. You obviously need money to survive, but your vision needs to be bigger than that. Your vision needs to be something greater than even yourself. It needs to be about the world and your impact. Second thing, values. Ideally, whatever brand you build, you need to align your core values with that of the brand. And then what type of value do you want to provide to people? What values do your ideal customers have? So make a list with all of this, because a brand that has no clearly defined values has nothing to stand on and therefore will not be able to have that longevity. The next thing is your brand's voice. This is all about how you're going to communicate with your dream clients, with your customers. How are you going to express yourself? How are you going to express that vision, put that into words? And this ties into marketing and ties into copywriting, the way you communicate with the market, with the outside world. And this is super important, because if you look at McDonald's, if you look at Starbucks, if you look at Apple, they all have a unique tone of voice, a unique way of talking to their audience. So you have to define that for your brands if you really want to stand out. And last but not least, we have the visuals. This is all about the pretty stuff, how your brand actually looks on a website, on a banner, on mobile phones, how your products look like, the packaging. And visuals are super important because you can use color psychology to signal to your dream clients what your brand is about, what your brand represents. And like I said, branding is not the colors, it's not the logo. Branding is the entire feeling that your customers get. That feeling of belonging, that feeling of being heard, being understood. So you can make use of visuals to actually communicate with the people. So these four things, you gotta make sure you master them, because these form the essence of a successful brand. For the second principle, I'm gonna give you 6 key questions that will define your brand. Number 1, why do I exist? Number 2, who do I exist for? Number 3, what do I value? Number 4, how do I add value? Number 5, what is my goal? And number 6, how am I going to achieve it? Write these down, because these are gonna act like pillars for your brands. And the more specific you are, the better, because then you're really gonna know what your brand truly stands for. And I did this myself with my creative agency, my e-learning platform, my e-com store, and now my personal brand. And especially if you want to build a personal brand, you got to answer these questions. What do I actually want to do with this? What is my vision? What do I exist for? Don't just do it for the money. Do it for a deeper reason. Something that really pushes you to evolve, to grow, and to build that brand of your dreams. And I promise you, if you have this down, you're gonna be unstoppable, because even in the dark days, even in the lonely nights, even when you don't feel like this is making sense at all, you're gonna have these pillars to stand on and your entire drive for doing all of this. And you'll never forget why you actually started in the first place. The third principle is don't sell products, sell emotions. So if you think about it, no one really cares about a product. You don't care about a product. You only care about what that product can do for you. No one cares about the TV specs like that much. They only care about the image. They only care about the moments that they're going to spend with their loved ones in front of that TV, watching their favorite shows, their favorite movies. No one truly cares about a pen. They care about the ideas that they're gonna write with that pen. So no one really cares about your products as long as you don't actually sell the transformation, sell that emotion. I'm seeing so many people so obsessed with the features of products. Deep down, they're focused on themselves rather than being focused on the customer. If you focus on what emotion am I trying to make that customer feel? What transformation am I trying to provide? If you're focused on that, you're gonna build something way bigger than just a business. You're gonna build a unique brand that people can actually relate to. The reason people relate to Nike, the reason people relate to Adidas or Apple is because of some core values and emotions that those brands evoked. They focused on the customer. They focused on their experience, and that's the best branding that you can ever do. This fourth and final key principle is gonna help you understand the top brands in the world, the way they interact and relate to their customers, and how you can do that as well with your own brand. So this is called the brand identity prism. So for example, let's take Apple. At the top, we have the picture of the sender, basically of the brands, and then at the bottom, we have the picture of the customer, of the receiver. And then we have physique in the top left. We have Think Different, logo symbol, easy access, GUI, and then microcomputer. So these are like super technical things. And then in the right side, we have personality, which is cool, simplicity, innovative. And then in the middle, we have the externalization of the brand and then the internalization of this. So we have relationship, friendliness, emotional, heartfelt connection. And then we have the culture, right? So this is what they're trying to internalize, what the customers will internalize as well. Believe in bringing change, power to people through technology, US culture. And then this is the picture of the receiver, how the customers will actually receive this brand and the entire experience. And this is reflection. So they have self-enhancement, connected, and the self-image of the customer is younger, fun, making people feel special, free thinking. If we study Coca-Cola, for example, we have soft drinks, sweet, refreshing, right? So everybody knows this. The personality is all about happiness, moment of joy and sharing, innovative, communication, leaders. In terms of the relationship, we have proximity, connection, brand equity, interactivity. So if you see their ads, they're constantly about relationships. They're constantly about creating those connections. And the culture is happiness, sharing, and social gatherings. The reflection is youthful, is family, and self-image is empathetic, social, and punchy. If we take Starbucks now, we have product-oriented, quality, and wide range of coffee, soft and cozy atmosphere with green colors. And the personality is quality-oriented, traditional. And the relationship is, again, proximity, personalization, friendship. The culture is commitment, respect, both for people and the environment. And then reflection is connected, like a place to meet, work, exchange ideas. The self-image is all about being quality-oriented and keeping a really friendly environment that is focused on human relationships. And as Steve Forbes famously said, your brand is the most important investment you can make in your business. So if you define your brand identity prism, if you define the core four things, the essence of your brand, you will build something that will not only make you money, but something that will connect people and make them feel like they belong to something. Whatever industry you're in right now, try to find a way to connect with people on a deeper human level, because this is what we care about. We care about what's going on in our lives and the transformation and the emotion that we feel, the nostalgia that we have regarding a product. So use these four key principles to build a brand that people will never forget.